What's up, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. And yes, I'm sorry, we're missing yesterday's podcast episode, but we are back today. We're gonna review. Okay, so today we're going over my predictions. We're gonna preview. Got a couple of things on the thing. We're reviewing the Hawk Cup final, Game 1. And then we're going to review yesterday's NHL games. Well, I guess not, technically, because this is the episode from yesterday. So, no, I'm not missing anything. Okay, so, yeah, it's fine. We're not doing that until the second episode. Predictions. I have Edmonton defeating Dallas tonight. I think Edmonton defeats Dallas tonight, Game 1. And then tomorrow's NHL and USHL games. Let's see here. Hurricanes Panthers Game 2. I mean, yeah, this was bad. Panthers beat them 5-2. Basically, very, very opportunistic, pretty dominant. Just very, very good. Hurricanes came out slow. 13 straight Eastern Conference Finals losses for the Hurricanes is really bad. Really bad. Let's see. Well, USHL is done for the season, so we can get rid of USHL games. I miss USHL, but it's alright. We're good. Want to update tomorrow's fantasy team? I think open is enter. Yeah, it is. Okay. Interesting. Indubitably. Nah. My app just opened. That's crazy. It just opened. I'll better check something. Maybe that's never mind. Okay, yep. NHL fantasy start. Let me update my ESPN fantasy real quick for my baseball and WNBA fantasy team real quick before I open up my NHL Fantasy Stars app. Okay, should be good. Open the Let's View app on my phone. That's Speechify. Not the same thing. Definitely not. Let's View. There we go. Share my screen. There we go. We're gonna start today's team right now, and then we're gonna do tomorrow's team in my second podcast that I do right after this one. I think that's a good deal. We'll open my fantasy pack real quick. Anton Lundell, that is a good pull. I'm not gonna lie, Anton Lundell. They can only pull from 4 teams now because there's only 4 teams left. So I mean, yeah. Okay, Oilers. I think they're gonna win tonight. Adam Henrique. Jake Wallman, he's been great for the Oilers. Jamie Benn, S.11. Victor Robinson is left winger, so I'll put him in flex. Wait, no, S.11 for Labushkin. Okay, that's it for that one. Indeed. Don't judge my background, by the way. It's supposed to be, again, you've probably seen it before if you watch this podcast, but it does have sometimes. It's supposed to be Saints. Like, the Week 5 Saints coming to Week 5 Saints fans, the USHL, so that's what's supposed to be, but I guess that's not. So we're reviewing the 2024 Stanley Cup playoffs. It's going to be pretty quick because I'm going to try to watch the Orioles game when it's on. And it starts in, less than 20 minutes. So I'm going to try to get this one done with and then go to the next one. pretty quickly. So yeah, Dallas and Vegas were round one, two heavyweights, just going at it in the first round. We got this one in the first round somehow. Vegas had a bit of an underwhelming regular season, picked up Tomas Hurdle and Noah Hannah from the trade deadline, went all in. They were a very stacked team, but Dallas is also a very stacked team. Rematch of the previous year's Western Conference Finals. Dallas Stars lost the first two games at home, won the next two games in Vegas, won the game 5 at home, lost game 6 in Vegas, and then came back and won game 7 2-1 at home and moved on to the second round. And then the Avalanche smacked the Jets from game 1. I mean, they lost. I'm pretty sure they lost game 1 like 8-7, 7-6, or something like that. I don't know. And then they won 4 straight games. Just a great performance overall from the Avalanche. They've really outplayed the Jets, and they were their Jets' kryptonite, and they continue to be. Canucks take care of business with their Predators. A lot of people, because this is when the Predators went up their 16-game win streak during the stretch, made the playoff first wildcard team compared to the Canucks, who went from a non-playoff team to winning the Pacific Division. Coming in, a lot of people had the Predators winning. I had the Canucks winning, and the Canucks came in, took care of business, said, hey, we won the division for a reason, we're moving on to the second round. Took care of the wildcard team and the Predators. Oilers and the Kings for a third straight year. Oilers take care of business pretty easily versus the Kings in 5 games. And then we head to the East. Panthers coming off losing in the Cup final, coming back, which is a Lightning team who was old at this point. I wouldn't say old, but they were not good this last season. They were not very good. I mean, they were okay, but they're not that great. Florida really said, yeah, we're just that much better than you, and they beat them in 5 pretty easily. Stammer's last game is the Lightning. And then the Boston beat Leafs in Game 7 overtime in TD Garden. Leafs doing what they do best, losing the most gruesome way possible. And then the Rangers, President Trophy winners, came in and swept like one of the worst playoff teams we've seen in a long time. Literally, look at the statistics. It was really bad last year for the Capitals, and they swept them. And then the Hurricanes took care of business with the Islanders. Islanders won Game 4 in overtime, and then didn't win another one. They lost Game 5. And then in the second round, Stars took care of business with the Avalanche. Avalanche definitely could tell the goaltending situation was definitely a bit of a problem, but you can tell overall the Stars were just a better team than the Avalanche, and they move on to the Western Conference Finals for the second straight season. And then we got the Oilers upsetting the Canucks in Game 3. I remember that last season, Game 7, they jumped out to a 3-0 lead and didn't look back. They ended up winning like 3-2, I think. They almost blew it, but they hung on 4-3, the series win. In 7 games as the Canucks, and they move on to the conference finals to play Stars, which is the current conference finals that's starting in less than 20 minutes, by the way. And then in the East, the Panthers take care of business with the Bruins, and you could tell the Bruins are mismatched. The Panthers were just a better team. And then the Rangers beat the Hurricanes in 2 straight overtime games. Actually, I'm pretty sure Game 1 was not overtime. I'm pretty sure Game 2 and 3 was overtime. Went up 3-0 in the series. Hurricanes won back-to-back, and then Chris Kreider scored a hat trick to seal the deal in game number 6. And the Rangers moved on to the conference finals. In the Western Conference Finals, Oilers upset the Stars. Like everybody's picking the Stars. Oilers came in and said, no, not happening. And then they took down the Stars in 6 games. And then the Panthers clearly outmatched the Rangers. The Rangers definitely put up a bit of a fight at times, but you can tell the Panthers are definitely a better team in this one if they beat the Rangers in 6 games. Panthers right back to where they were last year, compared to McDavid and Johnson on the other end, trying to get their first cup. Florida take a commanding 3-0 series lead. Oilers win back-to-back game, force to Game 7, and in Game 7, the Panthers win a 1-goal, 2-1 victory in Game 7, and win the cup. That was last year's playoff. That was it. But yeah, that's going to do it for today's podcast episode. Hope you enjoyed. I'm literally going to see you right after this one. I'm going to upload it on social media, and then I'm done. So yeah, that was it. Hope you enjoyed. Gives you morning, evening, night, afternoon, whatever time you're watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like this episode if you haven't already. Turn on post notification channel if you haven't already. Like this episode, liking and following, so it's the same thing. Turn on post notification channel if you haven't already. And yeah, hope you enjoyed today's episode 9 of season 11. I'll see you guys tomorrow, literally right now, right after this, for episode 10 of season 11. I'll see you guys then. Peace.